All right, so we have our initial alignment results here. I was able to figure out how to measure the camber and the caster using level, a yardstick, a angle measuring gadget. It's actually magnetic, so if this was metal, you could just stick it right to it, but it's a plastic level, so that doesn't work. A carpenter's square to measure the angles using the pivot. Using the pivot point on it, and I used this pick to pivot it on, and a 2x4. And so here's what it looks like when you do it. Let me get this out of the way. I just put the yardstick on there so I could elongate the line when I turn the wheel 20 degrees. Let's see if we can manage to do this with my foot. So that's what you have. You have your straight line for when the wheels are straight. Then you have 20 degrees this way and 20 degrees that way. And this is what we came up with. Like we said before, we have -2 camber on the left, -2 camber on the right. And I measured the height right at the center of the wheel to the body on the fender there. And the left here was 25 inches, the right was 25 1/4. You know, you can't really, the body's not very accurate, so it's not really the right way to measure height, but you do it off a suspension mounting point, but we can't really get there in this car too easily. So this is what we came up with for caster. Caster 1 was -1.5 degrees, and caster 2 on the left was 0.5 degrees, which was -2 degrees times 1.5 equals a total of -3 degrees negative. I think it's negative caster. I'm gonna have to look into that. I forget if it's supposed to be negative or positive, but we'll look into that some more. And on the right side, we got our caster 1 was -2 degrees. Our caster 2 was -0.05 degrees, which was -2.5 degrees. Times 1.5 is -3.75 degrees. So, yeah. Now I have to figure out if that's right or not. That's actually pretty light. I think it's supposed to be about 6. But yeah, let's look in the notebook here real quick. What's the notebook say? Brake braid, alignment, front toe 1/16 of an inch in, camber -0.5, caster, steering angle 20 and 20. Caster should be about 6 degrees. So okay, so we are overboard on negative camber because it should be about -0.5 degrees, and we have -2 degrees on both sides. And on caster, we've got -3 on one side and -3.75 on the other side, and it's supposed to be, I guess, -6. I'll have to figure out which way we're supposed to go, but I'm pretty sure it is minus. I'm pretty sure we're right. So yeah, we got some adjusting to do. Well, that's good to know. Now I'll probably get it up in the air, take wheels off of it, and adjust some stuff and put it back down on the ground. So yeah, this actually worked out pretty good. This is kind of a hillbilly method of measuring camber and caster and doing toe, but I hadn't done the camber and caster part this way before, so this was just really a test to see how it worked out, and I think it worked out pretty good, and we're going to be doing it again. Probably what we're going to do next, the front seems to be a little bit high, so I'm actually going to take out the 12-inch springs that I have and put the 8-inch springs with the centering springs on them, and probably drop the front about an inch, and then we'll measure everything again. Well, we'll make some of the adjustments to get it to get Camber and Castor closer, and then we'll put it back on the ground and see where we are. But probably the most time-consuming part of doing all this is, just making your hexagram stuff on the concrete floor. And the big disadvantage to doing it this way that I can see is you can only use that once. So basically I've got to clean that all off the floor before I do it again, and then bring the car back in, because the car is never going to be in exactly the same spot, and remark the floor again. And I just shoot some carb cleaner on the floor and wipe it with a paper towel, and that works just fine. But yeah, home hillbilly alignment for a V8 944. Who'da thunk?